Okay, so I don't know if this is 100% true. This could, take this with a grain of salt, of course, because this is a leak, so leaks can always change. Marvel can change their mind. I don't know. Or, people could get this wrong. Now, I don't even have a source for this leak, but I'm seeing this all over Twitter, all over Reddit, all over Instagram, this new after credit leak. So, we're going to jump into it today. If you don't want any spoilers for the Fantastic Four, including the Fantastic Four after credit scene, I would click off now. Now, as we know, Fantastic Four is the last movie before we see Avengers Doomsday, which means it has kind of a big job because it's pretty much the final setup, besides the shows, for the huge movie that's, set to have Robert Downey Jr. return as not Tony Stark, but Doctor Doom. And, of course, Marvel's first family, people put a lot of emphasis on the Fantastic Four. The casting was a big thing. Everything was a big thing with the Fantastic Four. People want them just to get it right. But it has this huge job to do, which, of course, like I said, is to set up Doomsday. The original kind of theory, rumor, leak, whatever you can suggest it now, was that the Fantastic Four whole plot was that it was going to be dark. It's set in another universe back in the 1950s. And the whole thing was they would lose to Galactus, perhaps lose to Doctor Doom, and end up traveling to Earth 616, the main MCU timeline. But it seems like plans have changed because they are in reshoots now, which apparently people are saying it's a little late for reshoots. And it could be the fact now that apparently Marvel changed some things up to where the Fantastic Four do not lose at the end and their world is okay. And I honestly don't know how that's possible, if I'm being honest, like how they could just change that ending. Maybe the reshoots are doing it. Maybe they had a couple things. I don't know what they're going to do. It could be the fact that it's completely wrong too. That theory just was not true. But we're going to jump into the after credit scene now. So the supposed after credit scene has to do, and get ready for this, has to do with the 2005 Fantastic Four cast. Most notably, Jessica Alba as Sue Storm, Ion Grothad, I'm sorry, I always pronounce his name wrong, Reed Richards, and Chris Evans as Johnny Storm. It doesn't mention anything about Michael's Ben Grimm, but the rumor, the leak, I don't know what you could call it at this point. We've theorized a lot, not just us, but pretty much everybody, that Robert Downey Jr. would appear as Doctor Doom as his first appearance before Doomsday, setting up, of course, Doomsday. And, there is that long rivalry between Reed Richards and Doctor Doom, Victor Von Doom. What do the 2005, 2007 Fantastic Four characters even have to do with this movie? Of course, we're talking about, Marvel bringing back all these characters. For example, the original X-Men, for like James Marsden, and so on, are returning for Doomsday. But we're going to see these characters return for Fantastic Four. The plot here is that it seems Reed Richards has kind of figured out the, whole time thing that, kind of is the plot for it, but he's keeping tabs on certain people. He is going to be able to view and see Doctor Doom, played by Robert Downey Jr., kill the older Fantastic Four. Now that is crazy, bro. I mean, come on. Imagine. That might be up there as one of the best just after credit scenes we've ever gotten in Marvel. Love them, hate them, whatever it is, they are a part of a lot of people's childhood, being that it came out in 2005, came out in 2007, and the fact that, it was such a big deal to see these characters killed off by Robert Downey Jr., his first appearance as Doctor Doom before Doomsday, and have Pedro Pascal's Reed Richards view this happening is huge to me. This could set up a whole lot, and I just want to put that out there. That is insane to me. That is crazy. I always thought that these characters would return in either Doomsday or Secret Wars, but to hear that they might return in Fantastic Four just to be completely annihilated, completely killed by Doctor Doom to set this tension of who he is, kind of similar to how maybe Thanos first appeared in Avengers Infinity War and immediately kills Loki. It could be a similar thing, but just in the after credit scene, that would be such a bold thing to do. I don't know. What do you think of this? Would you want to see something like this? Do you rather the original ending where they kind of just lose and, run away or something? I always figured they'd do something kind of similar to the Thanos reveal where maybe we just see kind of, Doctor Doom played by Robert Downey Jr. kind of fade in or something like that or turn around or something. But this could be really interesting. But let me know what you think of this down below. You think this is a leak? You think this is some fan casting? This is some fan fiction? You think this has some credibility? Let me know all that down below.